Good morning. What a phenomenal time to be alive. I wanted to do a video today about time and the importance of what we do with time and what we're doing each day, because I'm getting a little bit older now. I'm not old, I'm 42 this month, and when you're younger, when you're 18, 19, 20, time is irrelevant in your world because you've got so much bloody time, ain't ya? We've got so, in our world, at like 18, 19, you haven't got a care in the world. You'd probably, half the time you'd go out, maybe night clubbing or drinking or whatever that is you do when you were younger, for many people, and you'd have the day off, and you'd waste so many days and times and stuff like that, and it would be irrelevant in your world. And I think the older you get, the more you value time, the more precious time becomes, the more you start to think, don't you? And I was having a conversation with actually my in-laws when we were down at their house for a weekend, and it came up there about them, how like they were saying that when they were 40, it felt like they had loads of time, and now they're in their 60s going towards 70s. Now they're thinking about time all the time, if that makes sense. And time is going so much quicker. And I think, the older you get, the faster time goes. And that is quite scary because, I look around and, I look around at myself, for instance, and a lot of the times I think, geez, like I ain't doing enough. There's still lots of procrastination in there. There's lots of thoughts rather than just doing it. Now, I do a lot of things in my life, I've done a lot of things. I've written a book, I've built 2 really successful multi-six-figure businesses, and I've won multi-world kickboxing titles, blah, 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 and which is great. But I realised it's not nowhere near enough, and it's nowhere near enough in my world. And I realised that it's nowhere enough in my world because I'm the kind of person who wants more. I feel alive when I'm creating and I'm moving forwards. So every day now I'm looking at life and I'm going, you know what? Like, time is going so quick. This year's gone so fast. I mean, it's June now, isn't it? And really, like it's half a year nearly. Half a year. I mean, that feels like a month. So I think time is like, it's so precious, and many people spend their days, their hours, their weeks, focusing on things that are not going to get them to where they want to be, or what's actually, and more importantly, probably not things that are not going to make them happy. Many people are moaning, bitching, or focusing on what other people are doing, or focusing on what someone said to them, or focusing in an area that, actually has no relevance to their life whatsoever, but they stick there because of habits, etc. And I think every day we've got to wake up and kind of realise how grateful we've got to be just to be here and be alive, but then set our planet each day to be productive in our world, whatever that is for you. Okay, it doesn't really matter what it is, but doing the things that you love, being the person that you want to be, removing all this shit and the bull crap that we hold on to, and the moaning and all that rubbish, because it doesn't serve us, and focus on what makes us happy, what makes us shine, what makes us energized, what makes us love, all them kind of things, like what makes us tick. And many people, they get locked in their world and they're immersed in it, and they've got to start. I really believe in stepping back, stepping out and looking around, and just realising like the simplicity of life, the simple things, the blue sky, the air that we breathe. It's such an amazing, like I always say, it's such a phenomenal time to be alive. And I really believe that. Like, do we all go through challenges? Of course we do. But when you break it down, when you look at it in its rawest form, it's such an amazing time to be alive on this planet. And I look at many people who don't have that gratitude for life, and they focus in the wrong areas, and they moan that they haven't got to where they want to get to in life. But really, it's just down to them. It's just down to what they're doing. Like the results that you're getting are from the action that you've taken. And if you can change your actions today, you're going to get a brighter future. And all we've got to do is change what we're doing. And I really believe, I talk a lot about this in my podcast and my the things that I do right, and the content that I put out. Absolutely, we've got to be happy on the journey. And I'm a strong believer that the destination that we create, the goals that we set, are not They're not necessarily going to make us happy. The journey is where we spend the most time, and that's where we need to be the most happy. And the only way we're going to be happy on the journey is when we're actually grateful for what we've already got. We realise that actually life is just pretty good being alive, and I really believe that. Because all of the material things, all the things that we want, although I am a goal-driven person, there's things I want to achieve. But I realise that actually the journey is where the fun is. The journey is where you're creating. The challenges is where you're constantly you're improving yourself. The challenges are where you grow more. The failures is where you grow the most. And we've got to embrace all them elements as part of life. Because if we don't embrace them, we're always going to be looking for something and think when we get to that destination, everything's going to be right, but it never is, because we always want more, because we're a human being, and human beings want to grow. We always want the next thing. We're never happy with what we never get to a new car and then we're happy with it for our lives. We want the next car, don't we, after 6 months to 12 months, the house and all these material things. Of course we do, because it's in our nature as a human being to want to do more, experience more, have more, create more. That's why we are the kings of the planet. And but that's okay. But time goes so quickly, and we don't want to be in this world where we go away with the regrets that we didn't just enjoy breathing, we didn't just enjoy the sunshine, we didn't just enjoy the air, the people, the love, the family. And if we can do that small bit, if we can remove all of the crap and stop all the bitching and the moaning and the things that consume us that mean no relevance to our lives at all. They're just things to fill our lives. And if we filled it with love, we filled it with gratitude, if we filled it with hope, if we filled it with, happiness every single day, what a phenomenal time we would have. And I look around and I'm on a mission to help change people's perception on what they, in this Western world where I feel we're so spoiled. And we have everything we need right now. And because we're spoilt, we think, if you've got a queue for anything for more than a minute, we moan. If you've got to wait for the internet, we moan. We moan about, having to pay for things. We've got everything that we need right now. And, I truly believe that time is going so quick. It's going faster. The older you get, it really does go quickly. So why not just enjoy the moment? Why not just enjoy the challenge? Why not just enjoy life as it is in its purest, most basic form? And then just go forth and do what makes you happy. Do it with love. Do it with happiness. And, I truly believe that our world would be a better place for it, and your world would be a better place for it. I'm not saying that you're not doing it. So if you are listening to this and that's the way you live, I salute you and I honour you. I really, really do. And well done for that. But many people can't. Many people get stuck in the world, in the rut, and they get stuck in their own world. Step back. Really step back. Sometimes I really believe, 2 or 3 times a day I have to step back and get out my own way. I'm in my own way. I'm in my own world. I'm moaning about things that don't need to be moaned about, and I constantly catching myself and say, whoa, hold on, get out your own way, step back, look what you've got, look at your wonderful family, look at the air that you've got, what a phenomenal time. And I have to catch myself all the time. It's a great skill, and I wanted to share that with you guys because I know it will help many of you, and I hope it does. And if it does, comment below. If it's helped you in any way, comment below. I want to share. I'm on a mission to help people in their lives with my own little message. It will resonate with someone, it won't with others. You know what? That's fine. I'm just here to help. So have a wonderful day. Remember, keep it simple, keep it smart. Do what you love. Do it with happiness. Go out there with great energy and just have a phenomenal day. Have a great day. Have a great life. Have a great whatever that is for you. Do it in your way, but do it with love. Take care.